life cycle. This is the life of the bean in the Spring container. So as this picture demonstrates, the Spring instantiates the bean. Then as a next step, inject the dependencies, whatever required dependencies are there. Then if init method exists as a post construct, that particular method will be executed here. And what this init method does, it executes the custom initialization logic. After that, bean is ready to use. Once the bean is ready to use, as a next step, the custom methods or whatever other stuffs needs to be executed, that will take place. And then just before the bean destruction, destroy method runs. So if destroy method exists, that will get executed. And annotation is at pre-destroy. Okay. What is the purpose of init method and destroy method? These methods are used to manage the life cycle of a bean. Init method allows to execute a specific custom logic when a bean is created. So optionally, if you write the init method, that particular custom logic will be executed. And why to use init method? When there is a need in the project that whenever my application comes up, some particular database values should get populated. So pre-population kind of stuff, or any pre-configuration settings or preloading of data in the cache. For such kind of needs, init method will be used. And the next one is destroy method. Destroy method is executed just before bean is removed from the application context. That means just when bean is about to get destructed, destroy method will be called if you have written it in the code. So again, this is optional. If it is written, it will get executed, otherwise not. And what are the common use cases for destroy method? Generally, if database connection closing is needed, if you have opened the database connection or any socket connection, so the closure can take place in the destroy method. Or if any temporary files you are creating in your project, so cleaning up or deletion of the temporary file logic can go in destroy method. Or any flushing of data to the disk. So such kind of activities will take place in destroy method.
Welcome to Think Constructive. I am Isha. Let's have the demonstration of init method and destroy method of bean annotation.
Here is the IntelliJ IDEA editor, and this is our annotations demo application. So what we have done till now, we have config wherein we have app configuration. Okay. Here all the beans are defined. We have our service package wherein Amazon Cloud interface and Google Cloud is defined. And we have our cloud controller. Fine. And this is the main application wherein Spring Boot application annotation we have mentioned. And this is the main triggering point for our Spring Boot application. For init method and destroy method demonstration, I'll be making use of Amazon Cloud class. Okay. So for that, I'll come to app configuration. And here we have defined Amazon Cloud bean. So along with this at bean, I will provide the parameters as init method with the init method name and destroy method with the destroy method name. So I will just say init method is equal to whichever name I would like to give. So always the suggested thing is give some explanatory name which actually explains the functionality of the particular method, right? That is the best practice. So what will I do? I will just say connect. So connect will be the method name which I will be creating for initialization. And destroy method. For that, I will just say disconnect. Okay. So what I will be doing here, I will be defining a connect method for initialization of connection and disconnect method for disconnection or cleaning up the connections which were established. Okay. So that is where I have given the name as connect and disconnect. So as we discussed, the use case of init method or destroy method is for initialization or pre-population kind of stuff, and destroy method will be for cleaning up the stuffs. Okay. So that's where I have taken such kind of name. So now let us come to Amazon Cloud class, and here I should be writing both the methods. So I will just say public void connect method, right? This is the initialization method name we have given, init method, right? And for now I will be just giving a friendly message here, okay? But in the production environment, you can give the connection initialization stuffs for that relevant code here, okay? So for now I will be writing Amazon Cloud connected, and one more method I'll be writing for destroy method, public void disconnect, okay? And then inside this I will be writing system.out.println, and herein I will write Amazon Cloud disconnected, okay? Fair enough. So now when I will execute my Spring application, as per the app configuration init method for Amazon Cloud, after bean initialization, this connect method should get called, and when bean was about to be destroyed, just at that time this disconnect method should get called. Alright, so let us come to this annotation demo application, okay? And let's see where our Amazon Cloud is there. In Cloud 3, so here Amazon Cloud class is getting called, and in Cloud Controller, what we have given Amazon Cloud. So 2 times Amazon Cloud is getting called, okay? So now let's execute and see the results. You can notice, see starting annotation demo application, fine, and then we are seeing init method message is getting printed, Amazon Cloud connected, fine. That means the bean for Amazon Cloud got created, and after that this method got called. And when that bean was about to be destroyed, that means all the messaging, all the work was done, soon after that I am getting the message which we have given in destroy method, that is Amazon Cloud disconnected, fine. So this is how you can use init method and destroy method. I hope this functionality, the use cases, why we use init and destroy method, how to use them, all those things are very, very clear to all of you. This is all about bean annotation. We'll be covering one more annotation in this session, which is add configuration. So what does this configuration annotation do? It is mainly used for defining the configuration class. That is where we call it as a class level annotation, which indicates that the object is a source of bean definition. That means inside this class, you can define one or many beans, and each and every method should be annotated with bean. So configuration classes are mainly used to define beans. So we have been seeing that throughout in the bean session demonstration, that wherever I am defining the bean, that class is annotated with configuration. That means that is my configuration class. One more important point to cover here is calls to bean methods on configuration class can also be used to define inter-bean dependencies. That means one bean is dependent on another. That is called inter-bean dependency. Now I will give you the demonstration of add configuration. So let us come to app configuration class once again. Okay. And you can notice at app configuration class, at the class level itself, I have given add configuration annotation. And what we are doing inside this class, you can notice so many bean annotations are there. So that means this class is responsible to create the beans whichever we have given here. That means whichever methods are annotated with @bean annotation, those beans will be created in the Spring container. And in order to write bean annotation in any class, this @configuration annotation is mandatory to have. So that is the role of @configuration annotation. One more thing what we discussed, the inter-bean dependencies. So in the cloud controller, you can notice here directly we are passing Amazon cloud, and further in the cloud constructor we are passing Amazon cloud. So what is happening? Cloud controller itself is a bean, right? And it is containing another bean, or it is dependent on another bean. This is called inter-bean dependency. So this is one way to create inter-bean dependency or to write. Another mechanism is, let me just remove it from here, and here inside this, since cloud controller constructor would need some class which is implementing cloud interface. So what should I do? I can just provide Amazon cloud bean directly here like this, right? So there are two ways we have seen just now to write inter-bean dependencies. So this is about @configuration annotation. So widely we have already covered this annotation along with our bean annotation discussion. So we started bean annotation discussion in our last session, and this is the second session for bean annotation discussion. So if you haven't yet watched the previous session, go ahead and watch the bean session 1. I have also covered component and auto-wired annotations. So this is the complete series I am doing for Spring and Spring Boot, important annotations which you will be needing whenever you are building any project using Spring Boot or Spring Framework. So these annotations are something which you must know in order to do any project on Spring or Spring Boot. This is the weekly session series, and in this series every week I will be covering one or more annotations. So stay connected. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you are always notified on time for any new sessions. There are more Java, Spring Boot and microservices sessions available on the channel. Feel free to explore those sessions. Share the channel and session details with your fellow developers, your colleagues, wherever you feel they can get some benefit out of this session. Go ahead and share the channel and session details. If you like the session, hit the like button and hype the session so that it can get recommended to more and more people. See you in the next session. Bye for now.